Is a teacher, an award-winning spoken word artist and now an author. Jaspreet Kaur's book, Brown Like Me, examines the difficulties that South Asian women have faced and still face. Topics from mental health and education to feminism and cultural appropriation. And I'm very pleased to say that Jaspreet joins us now. Jaspreet, so thank you so much for talking to us this evening. First of all, just tell us what inspired you to write this book and what are the issues that you wanted to address?
I think there's a number of reasons that I set out to write this book. And I think initially it was definitely the book that I wished existed for me growing up as a South Asian woman born and raised here in the Western world, but never feeling like there was a book like this that existed to help navigate these different parts of our identity. But also to challenge some of those misconceptions out there about who Asian women are. And I think there was a lot of misconceptions and stereotypes and labels attached to Asian women as being seen as submissive and docile and weak and lacking autonomy. And I just wanted to challenge a lot of those labels and actually show that there are so many more stories of achievement out there to do with brown women that I wanted to share. And this is what the book set out to do.
And Jaspreet, I mentioned earlier that you're a teacher, you've gone into schools, you've been speaking to girls and young women, haven't you? You've been reading them passages from the book. What have they told you about their experiences and what's their response been to the book as well?
It's been really overwhelming, to be honest, speaking to young South Asian girls in schools, but also seeing back when I was a teacher, as a history teacher in secondary schools here in London, what I was seeing on the ground was that academically, South Asian girls are doing exceptionally well at GCSE level. They're some of the second smartest students in the country. So academically, we're doing really strong. But hand in hand with that, what I saw on the ground was that Asian girls were the least likely to put their hand up in class. They really were lacking this sense of self-confidence and self-belief. And I just wanted to really explore and challenge why that was going on. And not only for reasons that are often attached to culture and tradition and family, but there was a lot of other structures at play to do with institutional racism, to do with patriarchal structures. That were some of the reasons behind why some brown girls feel like they can't feel the most confident in themselves. So it was clear that some of the Asian girls are still feeling this way, and there's a lot of work that we need to be doing to support them within the education system.
Jaspreet, you know, you've described the book as a toolkit, as you say. It's designed to equip women and give them confidence. If you could go back to your young self now, what words of advice would you be giving yourself back then?
Oh, that's a great question. I guess I wish I could tell my younger self that I wanted her to really believe in herself. And so often South Asian girls are not necessarily given this sort of strong foundation of self-love, as I describe it in the book. And I wish I could have told my younger self to really love who she was, and including parts to do with her identity, her heritage, and who we are as brown women, to really own that and not to feel ashamed of it, and to use some of those parts of our identity that are empowering, that are inspiring, to take those things forward.
Jaspreet, we're out of time, but thank you. What lovely words to end the interview on. Thank you so much.